The souls we all have within us are categorized by Kabbalah into 5 levels, which we will discuss in this video. The highest of the 5 is the soul in her essence, when she is still unified and connected within her eternal source, which is God. This is bliss for the soul. She experiences only sincerity and purity over here. It's an infinite and eternal experience. She can be here and experience this since she is also an inseparable and infinite part of God. God assigns the soul to a body, but the soul nonetheless remains an inseparable and connected part of God. If so, how does the soul give life to a human body? The life we get from the soul shines from her power of will and desire. Alright, here's how this makes sense. A desire is something that we have within us. We have a desire, but by definition that desire is for something outside of us. So the soul's desire is within and connected with the soul all the time. A soul is infinite, spiritual, alive, and connected to God. So when its desire is bestowed upon us and connected within a human being, it gives that human life now. This shining beam of life is the next stage of the soul, and it's called Chaya. Think of this shining life like a light bulb emitting energy into the world around it. The soul radiates energy and life. Just unlike in the case of the light bulb, which shines to everyone around, the soul radiates its energy into a specific person to give one person life. But really, this energy coming from the soul is like a light bulb in the sense that it gives life to all parts of our body equally, to the brain and heart just as it does to the hands and legs. This level of the soul still represents its purity and sincerity, and it's completely beyond our comprehension. These 2 highest levels of the soul are beyond our consciousness and understanding. They're infinite and pure and not of our worldly grasp. However, when thinking about it, we can understand that there is more infinity and purely soul expression in the first level, the highest level, over the second level. In the following 3 levels of the soul, the light and infinity of the soul are diminished as she internalizes more and more with the body. The level of the soul called Neshama internalizes and comes into our intellectual capacity, while the level of the soul called Ruach internalizes in our emotional capacity, and the level of the soul Nefesh internalizes within our actions and ability to do. Now, the truth is that action covers also thought, speech, and action, because even thought is an act which we do in this physical world while using our intellectual ability. But that's different. Let's not talk about that for now. Each of these 3 stages requires the soul to internalize and limit itself more and more within the human experience. In the intellectual, the soul must now start accepting pure ideas as dry facts. That's besides for the fact that now everything needs to be proven and categorized into limited concepts. You see, before the soul starts giving life to our logic, she sees everything as pure and sincere. Everything is true without any evidence. It's just infinite and meaningful. But since us humans are limited and physical, we must base our truths based off things we see as factual in our surroundings. When the soul gives life to this part of us, it must cover itself in a layer of concealment to relate to this form of comprehension. The level of the soul above our intellect, the level of Chaya, which we described before as a source of light, which doesn't conceal itself within the physical, remains pure and true to its infinity. Understandably, we cannot relate or feel this immense infinite purity. That's why it's like light that scatters to every single part of the human experience equally. It doesn't enclose itself within our understanding, emotions, or actions separately. It's just a general life source for our entire being. This is also how it's our life source. If it was to enclose itself within us, then it would become too connected to us and too physical. But since it remains beyond us and above, that's how it can remain an infinite life source for us and make us alive. In each of the lower 3 stages, as we said before, the soul's light is concealed more and more. In the intellectual of the human, as we described before, the soul minimizes its purity and comes into the human. Then it diminishes its light even more and comes into our human emotions. Here, we can feel feelings of love and goodness, but these are subjective feelings which are associated with our human temptations and desires. That's why the soul needs to further minimize and diminish its purity here. And then, in actions, our soul is completely concealed and no spirituality can be expressed in them. But despite all this, it's within the soul's sincere desire and interest to fill our human faculties with truth and sincerity. It wants to continue its impact on our subjective feelings and emotions, thereby concealing itself within us even more, and even further in actions of charity and friendship. If so, when we do something good, although we might have all these human reasons and motives, nonetheless, this is exactly how the soul impacts us in our bodies. She influences our very human temptations and desires to bring about real goodness into fruition. In our human experience, we might only feel the selfish and personal gain we have from all the actions we do. But deep down within, there's a spark of goodness and sincerity. In our previous video, we described the 3 levels of intellect. The first is where we only get a glimpse of an idea of something. We don't understand it yet. We explained that this is where we can pick up on the messages of the soul. And now we know why. It's because the process of the soul connecting with us in our bodies is a series of concealment after concealment. The first level of our intellect is the purest and most refined, where the soul only requires a minimal concealment in comparison to the future voyages of the soul down into our human psyche. We still haven't discussed the emotional faculties and so many other things we need to fully understand the soul, like how we can skip emotions and go straight to action, or how to unveil the good within ourselves and within everyone around us. So be sure to follow us in our next videos, and by the way, you may recall in the first video of this playlist we described the soul as an astronaut in a bodysuit. Well, that was more metaphorical. Now we understand this on a deeper level. The soul is hidden deep within our human temptations and desires, but she also has a part beyond us, giving us life and devoted to God at all times.